Hello folks, it's Monday and I think I finally cracked that little passage. I'm not too happy with the sound today. I sound a bit like a drain pipe. I'm feeling really tired and yeah, and I didn't even really want to practice if I'm completely honest, but I was like, no, I need to practice. I'm going to nail this little section and yeah, I think I'm just about there. I worked out that the very final kind of broken chord arpeggio that comes down, I was not getting my thumb in exactly the right place. The note is different from the previous time that idea is there in the passage, and yeah, that wasn't happening. So now I've got that. I am feeling a lot happier. I'm just, yeah, really tired. And so this goes out to all the flute players out there, or any instrumentalists who know they need to practice, but they just don't want to for whatever reason. Then just do it because it's worth it. And I'm hoping it goes well at the rehearsal later. All right, see you again soon. Hello folks, so it's now a Wednesday and I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. So unfortunately on Monday our band rehearsal was cancelled, so I didn't get to try out anything with the band. Yesterday was not a very productive day either because I wasn't feeling so great. So I ended up just listening to some recordings actually, which I'm really pleased that I did because it's been quite a long time since I sat and listened to a few different recordings of this, and it really struck me how different they were, and how different they were to how I envisaged playing the piece, which is fine and actually is a really good thing because I think I know how I want to play it, but it was just yeah, really different, really inspiring to do some listening practice. And I was using my fingers along with the recordings, so that was great for just seeing if it was in my fingers and working on the memory without even really doing any playing. And I think I've now got the whole thing committed to memory. I've just had a play through it. I was able to get through the whole thing from memory without without any memory lapses, but still just a few fingers that need tidying up. So that's going to be my main focus going forward. But I'm really pleased at this stage to have got it in my memory, because I think to have it already there and in memory means that I can just now focus on how I'm going to play it. I'm really working on the stamina and actually just working on the nerves and getting myself to a point where I feel confident enough to perform it. So so that's where I'm at. I'm still not feeling 100% today, but I'm feeling really good about the progress with the Chaminade. So perhaps I'll give you a little playing progress at the end of the week. So yeah, that's it for now. Hello folks, so today is Friday. What you've just seen is an example of a very exciting finger exercise. That one was for my left hand, for my pinky finger, because that's a finger that I found is also giving me some problems. So by doing those exercises, hopefully it's helping me to get more control in these separate fingers, which should help with all these tricky passages. Apart from doing finger work, I haven't really been concentrating on anything else because I'm still suffering from a little bit of a cold, so making a good sound is tricky. I have just played through it though, and it's still in the memory, so that's very exciting, and I'm starting to feel less panicked about that now and looking forward to really concentrating on the sound and what I want to do with the music. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about memorization because I know a few of you have pointed out that I don't actually have the greatest memory in the world. That is very true. But when it comes to learning music, it's a little bit different, certainly for me anyway. And I think that's because when you're learning to play a piece of music, it's not just one thing, it's all encompassing, if that makes sense. So there's the physicality of actually playing the keys, there's the oral aspect, of course, of the music itself, there's the theoretical aspects of thinking about keys and notes themselves and the patterns, and also the visual aspects. So I do sometimes think about picturing the music on the page as well. So I tend to use a combination of these different tactics as I'm playing through and memorizing something, and it just seems to work. This is, this is a piece that I've played before. I do know it very, very well, so I think that does help. But yeah, if anybody is looking for any tips on memorization, then I would say just explore those different ideas. What can you feel in your fingers? It doesn't have to be on a flute, it can be any instrument. What's going on in the music? Because as I said to you before, I've actually noticed a lot more within the music, the patterns and the keys and things that I'm playing, than I did when I learnt it with the music in front of me. So that's an important thing. Sometimes I do have to actually physically remember the odd note here and there, and I have to think about that before I get to it when I'm playing it, and that still is the case, and it probably will be when I perform it, but there's not so much of that because most of it is just in my fingers, and I'm kind of remembering as I go along the certain things that I've lodged in my brain. So it feels like a very natural process in many ways, the memorizing of it. The tricky thing is just really getting the technical details there now, thinking about how I want to play it, which I'm pretty sure I know how I want to play it really, but then dealing with the whole anxiety of actually performing it. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. Hopefully this little bit of a cold will disappear, and then I can get back to making a really big sound. But I'm quite pleased with my progress this week. So onwards and upwards. Hope you had a good week. And again, if there's anything else you want to know about what I'm doing with this, then just drop me a comment and I'll try and include it in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.